Hello. And welcome. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. They've got Josh Hart. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Achua. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Bridges in at the point guard position. And for Detroit, Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And here's Detroit. Shot is up. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Achua with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Bridges. Inside. Here's Towns. Rebound Detroit. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Cunningham after the basket by New York on the other end. Here's Achua. The Pistons clear it. Duren's got 4 rebounds now. The Pistons have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
And that's part of the BA. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Now here's Anunoby. Achua with it. Now guarded by Duren. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Fires, top of the key. Thompson with some nice D. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now Cunningham. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is such a great use of his ball handling skills and size as Cunningham makes a nice play.
Anunoby against Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Off the inbound. And it's Bridges laying it in.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Anunoby against Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. And he banks in the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's Isaiah Stewart with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Bridges.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Bridges showing off his athleticism. He's able to get in there at full speed and still score.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 5.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. There's Cunningham with a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
There's the block.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Duran with a screen on Hart. And here's Cunningham outside. And it's New York with a rebound. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
Here's Cunningham. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
From the arc. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Detroit leading by. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duran in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. He gets it in there.
Well, if the defense is going to give Bridges a lot of looks like this, he's got to continue to knock him down.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Now here's Bridges. He's got 6. Cunningham with some nice D. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Pass to Duran. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
Ivy against Bridges. From the high post, Ivy passes to Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Clock at 6. Stewart outside. Wing shot on the way. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And the Pistons lead by 6. Graham, with the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
A strong finisher at the rim. That's Jalen Duren.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
They set the pick. Three-pointer, Bridges. Thompson pulls it in.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. It's deflected.
Always good to see that kind of activity from Duren on defense.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills. Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
There's 1:54 left to play in the half. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Here's Hart. Kicks it out Towns. To halt the run. Drills it from deep. Towns has got 5.
A fantastic three-point shooter. You gotta guard Towns from the corners especially.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Reed's checked in for the Pistons. Launches it from deep. Bridges misses.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter. Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Anunoby against Thompson. Left side of Chua. Towns outside. Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Towns a screen on Cunningham. Bridges passes to Hart. Bridges down low. He's watched by Cunningham. Outside Hart. Anunoby for 3. Rebound Detroit. Thompson with it. Hart covering. Thompson goes in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Anunoby a screen on Cunningham. Bridges against Thompson. Outside Anunoby. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Pistons basketball.
Here's Cunningham. Over Anunoby. And so it's Detroit closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. What has them in front right now? Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a...
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Miles McBride is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Cordy in at the 4-man position. Pass to Duran. Out to Harris. There's the triple. Fires, hitting the triple.
And you look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Schroeder. No made baskets yet. He's off on that one. Knicks trail by 11. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Cordy. Schroeder comes with a double team. Tucker, the pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Cordy, covered by Schroeder. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. Jalen Brunson, 4th.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers, and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Schroeder against Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Out to Harris. Oh, they get a hand on it. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's McBride. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. The Pistons lead by 11. Duran, the screen. On the attack, Schroeder. Hardaway up top. All alone. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
And here's Brunson. He's scoreless, and we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust, and the Knicks making a change here. Shamit's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside McBride. Goes up on the wing. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Harris, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Harris. From outside, off the mark. Knicks trail by 11.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Shamit passes to Tucker. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. Tucker's got 6 here in the quarter.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Duran. Back to Schroeder. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside McBride. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Can't get it to drop. Detroit leading by 8. Hardaway, the pass to Beasley. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Beasley outside. Back to Hardaway. There's 38 seconds left in the third. New York again can't hit. The Pistons have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Beasley, that's good.
One of the reasons Beasley's out there, they expect him to sink the three and spread the floor.
Now Brunson. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. Pass to McBride. Launches a 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. McBride's got 5 points now in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Tucker. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Detroit Pistons earning this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Thompson, a screen on Anunoby. And here's Cunningham outside. Knocks down the long J. And the Pistons lead by 10.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Anunoby finds Towns. Pulls it. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
An active score. Wow. I mean, Towns understands that his team looks to him to help shoulder the offensive load.
Here's Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Ivy outside. Clock at 6. Thompson, a screen on Bridges. Here's Ivy. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Anunoby passes to Hart, kicks it out to Anunoby, and stolen by Cunningham. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Pass to Reed. And here's Stewart. Ivy outside. Back to Stewart. It's stolen by Hart. Achua passes to Bridges. Towns a screen on Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Bridges. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Bridges doing a good job fighting hard past the foul, even after the release.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Down low. Here's Anunoby. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Their offense sort of clawing back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
And here's Cunningham outside. Cunningham, confident in his range.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And Detroit making a change here. Duran's checked in. Bridges against Cunningham. Bridges outside. Floats one up. He's off on the layup. They've got time on their side here, Graham.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
The offensive rebound. Thompson outside. And here's Cunningham outside. Buries it from 3. Cunningham's got 21 points in the game.
Cade, hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
Kicks it out Towns. Lets the 3 fly. New York again can't hit. The Pistons lead by 10. And the dunk by Duran.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Pass to Cunningham. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Cunningham. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Pistons.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust. Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Count that bucket. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 15-5 run. Cunningham passes to Stewart. The putback. To the paint. Ivy outside. Tips it. Controls the rebound and the putback.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spot.
Yes, sir!
Oh, my!
Throw that one up top. What a play!
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their
Sunday evening. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward. And for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Durant. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Here they are, game 1 of the season. Wow, it's fun to be here. And Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time.
Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Lillard, kept alive. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Stewart.
Boy, extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
Cunningham looking it over. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Lillard, and stolen by Thompson. And here we go, the Pistons fast break. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
And Thompson sends it back. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak. But I'll tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Offensive rebound, and Durant is right there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lillard against Thompson. Prince outside. Jackson a screen on Ivy. 6 to shoot. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Prince. Giannis has got his second bucket of the night.
The size and length and touch make Giannis one of the best finishers in the paint.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Connects from three-point range. Bucks trail by 5. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
I asked him how he'll try to handle Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight, and coach remarked, handle? You can't handle Giannis. We'll give him different looks and clog lanes, but really all we can do is pray his shot isn't falling. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little divine intervention on defense tonight, I guess. Guys?
Thank you, David. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Lets it go from deep. Here's Stewart. Out to Thompson. Over Prince. And Thompson gets it to go.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Lillard against Thompson. Lillard, right side. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thompson. Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo, trying to get open as Lopez. Durant pulls it in. Detroit leading by 5, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 9, and they double up Cunningham. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Stewart with a screen on Jackson. Cunningham for 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Thompson against Lillard. Jackson setting the pick here for Lillard. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Detroit with the rebound.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard scanning the floor. They can't stop the run with that one. Cunningham outside, up in time. And so is Detroit going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense is... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the center position. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Boy, the ability to knife inside and convert. Lillard is fearless when it comes to attacking the basket.
Here's Ivy. Count that bucket. Ivy's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And it's Lillard missing. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight.
The craftiness on his finish helped Thompson grab the whistle on that play.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
And they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Yep, it counts. Lillard's got 6.
Recognizing the scouting report, Lillard knows he can drive on this team.
Lopez with the steal. Lillard against Thompson. Giannis a screen on Thompson. Lillard with it. He has 6. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Driving to the basket. Plays it up off the glass. He's got 8. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Buries the long-range jumper. Cunningham's got 21 in the game.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home. Extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
Traps Giannis in the train.
But as he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Stewart misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And it's Giannis missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishment.
Giannis showing creativity.
An absolute insane display of dribbling from Antetokounmpo. I mean, you can't take this guy lightly when he's got the ball. Mad handles for a guy of any size, but 7 feet tall. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Poked loose and stolen by Ivy. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Cunningham outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Lillard attacking. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Cunningham outside. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
No basket.
From deep, Prince. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please, direct your attention now to center court.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? And weaving back to the first half of our game, Cade Cunningham showing out.
His selections is touched.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Gary Trent. Bobby Portis out there with Pat Connaughton. Then it's Porter. And it's Sims in at the 5. Porter kicks to Trent. From past the arc, it's deflected. And now the Pistons fast break. Hardaway with a wide open look. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Connaughton. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 5 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Portis. Some solid defense from Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the Pistons. At one point, they led by 16. Kicks it out to Schroeder. There's the 3. No good that time. Bucks trail by 12. Trent outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
No good from Beasley.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
quarter. A screen on Hardaway. Trent with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Uses both hands to slam it down.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
Schroeder with the ball. Sims there. Beasley kicks to Harris. Misses the three. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Hardaway against Trent. That's tipped. Now here is Harris. Scoreless thus far. Here's Sims, guarded by Harris. Sims kicks to Portis. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
From way, way out there, the defense has got to respect Porter's range. It's legit.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much.
Portis adding insult to injury. We'll have a chance for one more.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Detroit leading by 4. Right side Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by him.
Here's Trent. Pass to Sims. The kick out to Porter. There's the pick. Here's Trent. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Hardaway Jr. knows his role on this team, which is to provide scoring and leadership.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And the Bucks with some changes. The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Detroit, Thompson. 2 shots.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Giannis charging into the lane. And it's good for 2. That's 10 points for Giannis.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Antetokounmpo. He shoots again. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Jackson. Driving in. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Lillard from outside. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Thompson with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding... Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going.
Come on, guys, you're right there. But listen.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Jalen Duren is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Duren. 2 points. That one goes. And the Pistons lead by 11.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Jackson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Giannis breezing right through that defense.
You know, when you're talking about guys who can score over anybody, Antetokounmpo's name always comes up. So hard to defend.
Here's Thompson. That was something to see.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Count the basket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Lillard against Thompson. Lillard the pass to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer from range. Giannis takes it.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Cunningham against Jackson. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists now tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Detroit?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Boy, they showed no hesitation on the mid-range game as well. I thought that was really a big key for them.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Stewart. And here's Prince outside. Detroit with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Cunningham kicks to Stewart. Good on the triple. Stewart's got 6 in the quarter.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's the teardrop. It's good.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
There's the drive. Pass to Stewart. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Cunningham for 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and
Giannis up high and down hard.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Creek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Pass to Duren. Out to Thompson. Thompson is double. Stewart passes to Duran. Stewart misses. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 9 points. Now Lopez, defended by Duran. And the dunk by Lopez.
Putting that stanchion to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Stewart misses.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
It's Prince on the wing, covered by Cunningham.
There you have it, Prince stepping up big time. This guy played all 4 years in college, and you see evidence of that confidence and maturity there.
Thompson, no good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
With the drive, and Thompson slams it home.
So fast of foot on the run, a seer, tough to catch.
Pistons foul. Ivy, first personal foul. 13 foul.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
Lopez.
Both free throws good from Lopez. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Cunningham. And so it's Detroit with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Talk about Some teams that are stacked in the East, Doris, this is the game to watch.
Yeah, you get the sense that both teams know there is a mental edge perhaps a win would give them should they come out of this on top. We expect both teams to figure big time in the Eastern Conference playoff picture.
Let's check out Milwaukee's starting lineup. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
The range Dame possesses is exceptional. That's what it takes to be logo Lillard.
Now here's Bridges. Outside Hart. The three is up. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, Josh Hart just making a really quick decision on the catch. It touches his hands and he lets it fly.
Lillard against Anunoby. A nice shot by Lillard. Lillard's got 5 points.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And that was good.
Well, Bridges has this floater in the bag of tricks, and you've got to be able to pull it out at the appropriate time.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. Playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Hart from long range. And a big finish by Robinson.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
And it's Lopez with the jam.
Hey, he's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man. Now here's Bridges. 15 in his last outing. Towns gets the bucket.
This is a big who we know stretches the floor to great effect. Mr. Towns from three.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Robinson can't hit. The Bucks trail. Prince, the pass to Jackson. Lillard outside. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. It's Lopez, high post. The rebound by Bridges. New York has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is, a vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. The main focus on their defense, Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game, 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Now here's Hart. Bridges outside. Anunoby, a screen on Prince. Here's Bridges. Soft touch off the glass.
Now the ability to fend off that contact by Mikal Bridges, that's a big-time play.
Here's Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Bridges against Prince. Hard up top. Offensive rebound. Let's go with a 3. He can't get it to go.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And it's Lopez with the jam.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave it wide open.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We've got Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's OG Anunoby, and it's Bridges in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Here's Lillard. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Hart finds Towns. Can't connect from short range.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
For 3, here's Lillard. Ooh, Lillard doing damage outside.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Bridges. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Anunoby against Lillard. Antetokounmpo inside. Goes back up. Oh, he's a menace in the paint. Antetokounmpo.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Bridges against Prince. Rejected by Lopez.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. So a moment now to see the story for Jalen Brunson. So it's Milwaukee now. They lead by 4. Lopez, the screen on Anunoby. For 3, here's Lillard. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all see.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Towns outside. Shot clock at 5. Drives to the hoop. Here's Robinson. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Antetokounmpo's gotten 4 this quarter. Here's Bridges. And he drops it in from the low post.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Lopez. Here's Prince. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Prince down low. He's guarded by Bridges. Prince can't hit. Bridges passes to Hart. Back to Bridges. Outside Hart. Lopez against Bridges. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And a big finish by Robinson.
Boy, Mikal just adding value to your team when he's keeping his head on a swivel like that.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Let's watch Dame here. Pass to Lopez. To stop the run. Tries again. Kicks it out to Jackson. The three is up. Counted from distance. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Knicks leading by a point. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty.
All right, let's get right into the story of the first half. And it's been the play of Mikal Bridges.
I'll tell you, he doesn't miss many. He can be aggressive.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the...
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Taking a look at the Bucks. Pat Connaughton is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Kevin Porter. Then there's Gary Trent. And it's Sims in at the center, locking down the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Portis' screen. Here's Trent. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, my goodness. Gary Trent Jr. saying, Pops, I got a little hops in my game, too.
Brunson against Porter. Tucker with a screen on Porter. Here's Brunson outside. Rebounded by Trent. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Sims. And Tucker pulls it down. And the Knicks shooting it at 52%. Here's McBride. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
That's just outstanding floor awareness from Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter if he's at the 1 or the 2. He always makes the right play.
Trent, the pass to Connaughton. From outside the arc. The shot won't fall. Hey, Tucker with the defensive effort. Right wing. Pass to McBride. Now here's Achua. Puts it up. Second chance shot. The 40 shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Up top, Porter. Brunson defending. Porter's shot is off.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Pass to McCourty. And he dunks it down.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And the timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Now a chance to break down how the starters and reserves have contributed in the scoring department tonight for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 5. Now Porter. Still no points. Trent outside. Into the lane. Pass to Sims. And it's New York with a rebound.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Achua passes to McBride. Back to Achua. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks it down from distance. And now an 8-point Knicks lead.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Brunson against Porter. Pass to Achua. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Achua's got 6 here in the quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And the basket by Trent.
Well, Trent Jr. has a reputation of being a shooter, but don't sleep on his athletic ability and skill. Nice finish inside.
You know, for a swingman, Trent has good size and is a sturdy, strong presence to us.
Oh, B.A., he sure is. He can make an impact on the defensive end with the attributes you just talked about. Not only can he be a stopper, though, let's remember, this guy can get hot as a shooter. You better look out. He can get on a heater.
Back to McBride. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Bucks trail by 8. Portis, the pass to Trent. .102 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Miles McBride picks one up.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
Trent with a screen on Brunson. Trent outside. 36 seconds left in the third. Launches a 3. McCourty grabs the board.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside McBride. Tipped away, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter.
New York ball.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. No good on the shot. The Bucks trail by 7.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
With 1 on the clock. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Knicks out in front. They lead by 7. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Achua. Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride. Then there's P.J. Tucker. And it's McCourty in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Substitution on the court.
Bridges against Prince. Outside Anunoby. Rejected by Lopez. Here's Prince. Pass to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Anunoby. He shoots it. Lillard pulls down the board. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
And Bridges, here we go. Towns outside. Outside Hart. Out to Bridges. Takes a 3. And again, the Knicks missing. Milwaukee has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hart. Jackson, pass to Antetokounmpo. Jackson against Hart. Screen by Antetokounmpo to the middle. Giannis with the jam.
Got to appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis. Rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
Anunoby against Jackson. Bridges, a screen on Jackson. Here's Anunoby. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Anunoby against Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Anunoby. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, too much Giannis.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Bridges with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Kicks it out Towns. Pass to Hart. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Back to Towns. Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. To the inside. Robinson.
And with an out-of-this-world wingspan, Giannis can simply lock up just about anyone on the defensive end.
Jackson, left side. Pass to Prince. 6 to shoot. To take the lead. And he lays it up and in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
How about Taurean Prince? The confidence to take and make a big-time shot.
Towns, a screen on Prince. Here's Bridges. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Let me tell you, on the drive, Giannis is trouble. He takes it right into the defense and gets fouled in the act.
And the Knicks making a change here. Chua's checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. In transition, here come the Bucks. Pass to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Second chance effort. Doesn't go there. 8 for 12. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Anunoby against Prince. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Anunoby can't get it to go. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Bridges against Lillard. Antetokounmpo outside. Giannis driving in. Over Towns. He connects.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And so it's Milwaukee who scraped by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this
Presentation of the and a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt there will be Cunningham and Ivy. Jalen Duren is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 2-guard spot. And as a coach, Dan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Puts up a deep 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Now, here's Cunningham. Banked in off the glass.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, GA?
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. He's coming off an excellent season, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percent.
And one of the better three-point shooters in the league last season. And as you said, he was really good from out deep practically every time we saw him play. Bridges shot. Good.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Here's Towns following the bucket by the Pistons.
Yeah, and once Towns gets any momentum going to the hoop, he's a tough man to stop.
Cunningham for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Cunningham's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option, though.
1:43 left in the first quarter. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And Stewart gets it to go.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
Bridges inside. Cunningham's there. Bridges misses.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Knicks trail by 4. One-on-one here. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Hart. And it's 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Towns with the steal. Hart the pass to Anunoby. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Cunningham. 23 points his last outing. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Towns with the steal.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
And the dunk by Towns.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now, here's Bridges. Got a piece of it. Pocket 6. To the inside. Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And sometimes you just get a step on the defender. Bridges saw an opening there and exploited it.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Ivy, no one around him, knocks down the three ball. Ivy's got 5 now.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Six to shoot. Cunningham with it. Bridges covering. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. No good with the triple. New York trailing. Goes, it didn't take long for Kate Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Kate Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggle. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Here's Ivy. Drives to the hoop. And the layup's good off the glass. He has 7.
And this is what you want Ivy doing. Attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Bridges kicks to Anunoby. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Robinson passes to Bridges. From deep. It's hauled in by Stewart. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Thompson throws it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. It's Hart on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Anunoby against Thompson. 3-pointer. Anunoby, no good. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Pacers in Indy. Clark kicks to Anunoby. It's deflected.
2 minutes. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Thompson finds Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finish.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Hardaway's checked in for Detroit. Knicks trail by 4.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Bridges outside. Good on the bucket. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
DA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Duren with the screen on Anunoby. There's the lob to Duren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
What timing on the alley-oop from Duren. That speaks to the chemistry and connection he has with his guy.
Bridges attacking. Robinson passes to Hart. Robinson sends a screen for Hart. Launches it. Duran pulls it in.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Hardaway. Here's Stewart. No good on the triple. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duran.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
5 seconds left in the first half. That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so we conclude the first half. The Pistons on. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
A few things for them to focus on. More presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's up.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Malik Beasley. Tobias Harris is out there with Reed. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 guard. And here's Brunson outside. And it's Reed pulling it down. Pistons leading by 8. Harris looking it over to the wing on the left. Schroeder kicks to Harris. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. McBride passes to Achua. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Brunson outside. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the pass break. Schroeder with the ball. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Knicks trail by 7. Here's McBride. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. McBride's got his second basket of the night. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Here's Tucker. Rebound by the Pistons. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Beasley right side. Beasley sets a screen for Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. The shot misses. Knicks trail by 4 to the left side wing. Three-pointer. Tucker can't get it to go. The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Schroeder with the ball. Stolen by Brunson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
That one goes. Count it. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Cunningham, he's checked in for Detroit. Cunningham against Brunson. Tucker a screen. The three. Back to Brunson. Oh, Brunson good from range.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Here's Cunningham. Agborti grabs the rebound. New York's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And here's Brunson outside. Rebound by the Pistons. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. The crossover. And the layup is good. Cunningham's got 11.
Well, teammates appreciate that kind of hustle on the break. Good work by Cunningham getting up the floor.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson, right side. Here's Agborti. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Cunningham looking it over. Fires from deep. That shot missing. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Pistons lead by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Substitution on the court.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Pistons making a change here. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Paul Reed. Stewart comes in for Harris. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Ivy subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby is out there with Bridges. Then it's Robinson. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Stewart with the screen on Anunoby. Now Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
3-point goal.
Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Bridges passes to Anunoby, and the shot goes in.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Pistons lead 42.
Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Good D by Anunoby. Poked away, tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. And so here is New York, a 2-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Our coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. It's good on the putback. And it's all knotted up.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Pass to Hart. Anunoby, a screen on Ivy. They get it again. Bridges outside to take the lead. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Duran slams it in.
There's a lot of size in motion. Duran like a freight train to the rim.
Pass to Robinson. Out left to the wing. Towns kicks to Anunoby. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bridges with the steal. And stolen by Thompson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Cunningham for 3. Second shot opportunity. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Offensive rebound. From outside the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Robinson high post. And he uses the glass on the way. Robinson's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Bridges double team. Outside Robinson. The 3. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Robinson. And it's 9 points for Mikal Bridges. Bridges with the steal. 47. Hard against Ivy. .110 left to play here in the 4th. Hard against Ivy. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Into the lane. Good.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
On the wing, Bridges, covered by Cunningham. Here's Hart. Money! They're on cloud 9.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
Cunningham against Anunoby. Stewart with the screen on Anunoby. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Bullseye!
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a
of Sunday Night Basketball. Here on 2K Sport. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Jalen Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And for the Bucks, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. It's that time of the year, everyone. Opening night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in. We're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started.
Here's Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thompson. To the wing, right side. Antetokounmpo, outside. Shot from the low post is good.
Inside, Giannis knows he's got all the tools, height, touch, power, it's all there.
Stewart, a screen on Jackson. Cunningham passes to Duren. Back to Cunningham. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And Cade Cunningham's confidence from there is growing with every shot.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Stewart, the pass to Cunningham. Puts up a 3. Here's Duren. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Duren's got his second basket of the night.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
At around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The drive by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Cunningham. It's blocked.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. Thompson against Lillard. And they pick up 2.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
The Pistons trailing. Pass to Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
And Stewart would rather be in there underneath the charge circle to score, but this time adjusting the power on that mid-range J.
Lillard against Thompson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line break.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And it's Cunningham missing.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Count that one. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
And here's Cunningham outside. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
To the paint, and stolen by Stewart. with the teardrop. And the layup is good. Stewart's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Let the big man eat. Stewart just aggressive and confident down there in the post.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. Antetokounmpo outside. The three ball. The rebound by Stewart.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Thompson passes to Ivy. 4-3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Yeah, and Portis needs to be pushed away from the rim. That's too easy.
Here's Duran. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the strike. Pistons trail by 3. Down low and stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bucks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Sar Thompson out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duran in at the 5, roaming the paint.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
I love Cade Cunningham just playing this way, an electric player when he takes advantage.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, John Moran, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Here's Cunningham. There's the drive. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Duran against Portis. There's the 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Portis has become a bit more of a volume 3-point shooter, settling into what they do offensively.
Cunningham against Jackson. Cunningham outside. Stewart outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Jackson. And again, no good by Detroit.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Sar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Oh, down low, the Greek freak.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level Obviously, in the past couple of seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Yep, count it. Ivy's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. Out to Lillard. Fires the three. Ooh, Lillard doing damage outside.
Not just a volume shooter. Lillard, very accurate.
And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul of the game. You're looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Damian Lillard 4th.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
And it's Jackson on the take. Over to the left wing. Antetokounmpo finds Prince. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Takes the three. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
Well, if the defense is going to give that up, Taurean Prince is going to take full advantage of it.
There's Jackson with the three. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham looking it over. No good from outside. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. For Detroit, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Cunningham delivers in transition.
Love seeing Cade zip back in transition and doing everything he can to convert on the break.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Portis. Drills it from deep. Portis has got 8.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
On the wing, Ivy, defended by Lillard. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to be on Bobby Portis. Detroit shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
Well, the work ethic from Ivy is something that has gone unquestioned in his young career.
Thompson against Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Well, now a minute. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Get ready.
And a look here now at the Bucks. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They're playing the...
Glad you could join us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Beasley's checked in for Thompson. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Pat Connaughton. And it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Well, no hesitation whatsoever from Brook Lopez at that rate.
And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Shot from the inbound. Out to Schroeder. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots. You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Porter, the pass to Connaughton. And here's Lopez. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul. While we have a moment, let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league last season. The fourth spot held by the Bucks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Schroeder, a screen on Kuzma. Harris passes to Beasley. Yes, it's good. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Porter. Trent from long range. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Trent's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Schroeder, a screen on Trent. Hardaway, the pass to Schroeder. Beasley, left side. To the middle. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
All that athleticism from Tobias Harris showing that time.
Trent outside. He takes it in. Counted. Trent's got his second bucket of the night.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Well, Brent, he doesn't give you much inside the arc, but Trent Jr. is a sniper from deep.
Yeah, and Gary Trent Jr. knows exactly why he's on the floor, and that's to shoot the basketball. So continue to move, find open areas, wait for the ball, and then let it rip.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. P.A.?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. Beyond the arc. And Reed pulls it down. Pistons trail by 11. Here's Hardaway. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Stolen by Schroeder. And now the Pistons in transition. From deep. The rebound by the Bucks. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Inside. Pass to Connaughton. Lopez with it. Just 5 to shoot. Trent outside. Three-pointer. And another miss by Milwaukee.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Harris passes to Hardaway. Out to Harris. Sinks the tray. Harris has got 5 points.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
And stolen by Beasley. Here's Schroeder. Rebounded by Trent.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release, a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out. Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
The Bucks leading by 10. Trent outside. Outside Porter from downtown. And Reed pulls it down. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. 19 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Beasley. Launches it. Rebound, Milwaukee. Porter looks it over. On the wing, Connaughton. Jacks up a three. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Milwaukee ending the quarter up 10. Their play has earned them a nice lead. Moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers.
Come on, let's keep it going. The ball moving.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. Oh, sweet move. 20 feet out. And it falls all over the rim and in. And the Bucks lead by 12.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
And the dunk by Duren.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Lopez. Out to Lillard. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And the defense, you thought they were helpless before. Now Giannis is hot.
Cunningham with the ball. And Lopez picks him up. There's the triple. Cunningham attacks for 3.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The 3 for Prince. Sinks it from distance.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. Uncovered. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ivy. Lillard against Ivy. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Milwaukee leading by 14. Here's Prince. Lillard, a screen on Ivy. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Stolen by Ivy. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Prince against Cunningham. He gets going. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Lillard. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bucks. There's Cunningham with a 3. Stewart outside from behind the arc. On the wing, Ivy. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Who poked away. Out to Portis. To the left side wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Thompson with some nice D.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Over to the wing. Here's Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. And the Bucks lead by 14. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
And there is no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Bucks.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And that one's good. Cunningham. 41 seconds left in the game. Now Lillard. Prince, a screen on Thompson. Pass to Prince. For 3. The rebound by Detroit. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Cunningham. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. So alongside Grant.
Season still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
So the New York starting five, they've got Hart, Mitchell Robinson out there with Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Bridges in at the point. Now Giannis, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Jackson passes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Hey, Lillard has some passing skills you like to see in a guard, and you can trust him to make the right play.
Bridges attacking, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Driving inside. Kicks it out to Prince. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hart. And here is Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. Robinson with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Knicks with possession. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with a win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard makes it look so easy. Quick release. Uber impressive.
Robinson on the wing. Took him no time at all on that one. Here's Giannis. Going inside. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And you know, Giannis gets to the basket in a nanosecond. He feels like nobody can stop him.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. See if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Prince gets the ball and knows he's ready to let it fly. This guy plays with great confidence.
Prince against Bridges.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Anunoby a screen on Prince. Bridges for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The shot by Lillard wide open. Offline with his 3. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for New York. They trail by 3.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now here's Lillard. Puts up a deep 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Lillard is lethal as a shooter, even from way downtown.
Bridges against Prince. Lets the 3 fly. Bridges misses. Bucks leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Jackson over Hart. Kicks it out to Lillard. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. From past the arc. Tries again. Here's Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 6.
Oh, an extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
outside, Towns. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And, guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the threesome. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Lillard from outside carries it from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
Bridges kicks to Towns. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Towns has got his second basket of the night. And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from three over his career. That's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame. Time. Hey, David, thank you. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Anunoby kicks to Hart. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hart's got himself on the board with 3 there.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
Lillard dishes to Jackson. Back to Lillard. Lopez, a screen on Anunoby. Lillard, Robinson with the block. On the wing, Bridges, guarded by Jackson. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Bridges.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Lopez, a screen on Anunoby. That's a 2 from Lillard. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Jackson has the open look. Cranes the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Anunoby outside. Four on the clock. There's the triple. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Down low, Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Prince against Anunoby. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Hart. And the shot goes down. Hart's got 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Lillard. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Jackson finds Lopez. And it's good, 2 points. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Bucks on top, leading by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, guys. Torian, what's been the key so far?
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. For third quarter basketball.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here. And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Bucks. And that'll do it for halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. E.J. Tucker is out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Accordi in its center, locking down the middle. Knicks trail by 7. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Porter against Brunson. Porter inside and finished off by Porter.
Porter's such a terrific athlete, making it look easy as he takes off and jams it down.
Brunson against Porter. It's rebounded by Portis.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
It's Trent on the wing, defended by McBride. Here's Sims. Here he goes. Bucks passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Back to Portis. Over McBride. Portis can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 9. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Porter inside. He's against Tucker. Chalk up 2 there. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Porter with the steal. Pass to Sims. Back to Porter. And there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Porter's got 6.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Brunson against Porter. Brunson scanning the floor. There's a screen by Achua. Brunson finds Achua. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Outside Porter. Trent, a screen on Brunson. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it 1 possession at a time.
There's a screen by Achua. And he drives in. It's good.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Milwaukee leading by 11. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their 2nd NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Knicks trail by 11. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. There's a screen by Achua. Here's Tucker. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Tucker's got his first bucket of the night. Trent outside. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Trent. Connaughton with it. He's against Tucker. 5 on the clock. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Brunson outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 11. Connaughton passes to Portis. That one falls. Portis has got his first basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
There's a screen by Achua. Here's Tucker. The rebound by the Bucks. Trent passes to Sims, takes it inside, and he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
New York, no good that time either. Trent outside. For the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
He served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Portis. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. Then there's Pat Connaughton. And it's Sims in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. On deep, Brunson. Sims with the rebound. Bucks leading by 15. It's Trent on the wing, covered by Achua. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A new lineup here for the Bucks. So for the Knicks. Hard against Prince. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Just 4 to shoot. And the basket by Lillard.
Hard to count all the times Dame has made that 3 in his career. He is something else from behind the arc.
Towns wide open, trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Milwaukee has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Oh, good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And stolen by Prince. Oh, and here comes Prince all alone. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 18. And it's hard penetrating, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Town.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
They get the rebound. Robinson, and finish off by Robinson.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Bridges shot. Good.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Lillard. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Knocked away. Pass to Towns. Stolen by Prince. Here's Lillard. Lopez, a screen on Hart. And Lillard kicks to Lopez. Shot clock at 5. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. The Knicks pull it in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Milwaukee.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Prince against Hart. Now here's Prince. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Bridges against Prince. And it's slammed in by Bridges. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. There's 25 seconds left in the game. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control. This is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Dave